Hi, welcome to my channel, Takoyaki Tarot. Today is October 27, 2024. Sunday. October 27th, Sunday, 2024. I think my light is too bright. I think that might be better. Okay, so before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you, gives you clarity, grace. If it is not, then don't force it to be your story. I just noticed my don't quit sign is not lit up. Oh, it's not plugged in. So, my last video was, if I'm not mistaken, I finally cleared up space on my computer, so I should be good. I was deleting the videos, but not emptying out the trash can. And I was like, why? You know, it's because I wasn't emptying out the trash can. So my last video was about, wow, 2 days ago? Okay. So my last video was about 2 days ago. 2 days and like 12 minutes. I gotta get more tea. I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. This is blueberry. It's blueberry hibiscus tea. It's really good. It doesn't come in packets. It comes like in a canister like that, and you have to like, it's actual like you have to like strain it. Okay. So so there's a song that came into my head a couple times earlier today, and actually not that long ago, before I started hitting record, like maybe like a minute before I hit record. It's a song. Everybody knows the song. Well, I would think. You would think. It's by Thurston Harris. It's called Itty Bitty Pretty One, and it was like very popular in Matilda. It's like when she starts cooking and things like that. But the song, I looked at the lyrics, there's only like 2 refrains in the entire song. Well, 2 verses really. And it's little bitty pretty one, come and talk to me. A lovey-dovey one, come sit down on my knee. Tell you a story happened a long time ago. Little bitty pretty one, I've been watching you grow. And then it goes back. Little bitty pretty one, come on and talk to me. A lovey-dovey one, come sit down on my knee. So I feel like you could have now, I'm getting like a couple things. Like in a broader aspect, it would be like oh, I got that feeling in my chest again. So, ooh. What card is that? The Lovers. I'm looking at the Lovers. And the Moon. What's behind the Moon? Page of Cups. So a new love could be blossoming. That's the secret. There's a secret about a new love that's blossoming. This could be love for yourself, a love with a partner, a love for a project. I don't know. Okay, but if it comes up again, we'll get to that. But so oh my gosh, I gotta get my charger. Hold on. No. Jeez, all these distractions. Ugh. I'm just gonna like do it the lazy way. Only because I don't feel like. I could have also plugged it on the side too. So I'll just do that. Yeah, I know. Alright, we should be good now. Oh, it's 4:44 right now too. So what was I saying? So yeah, there could be like an ancestor or something that has been watching you from a very long time since you were like a little. I'm hearing a little pup. Like I know, like in some, I think there are some cultures where they consider like the babies like little pups, like little babes, pups, right? It's just like a term of endearment, all right? But I heard little pup since you were a little pup, like a little pup. But so you could have had ancestors that have been watching you since you were like a little baby, little babe, a little pup, and been watching you grow, everything that you've been through, crying, struggling, success, all that good stuff, right? They want to share something with you because I want to tell you a story happened a long time ago. So they could tell you, they could be giving you. All right. So let me tell you the second thing before I get into this. The second thing, it could be like God. It's God, the Most High, divine, right? That wants to tell you something, right? This story. But it's not just any story. The story has information, secrets, knowledge, wisdom, right? And this story, it's like you're at a point in your life where now is the time for you to know about this story. And within that story, like all stories, there's something to take away. Knowledge, a lesson, wisdom, information, etc., so on and so forth, what have you, right? But there's a story that is going to be revealed to you, or within that story, there's like knowledge, information, truth, all right? And the reason why it's being told to you now, by your ancestors, angels, spirits, God, right? This could be told to you by someone else in your family, someone else in the community. For others of you, it could be something you glimpse on TV, or like a dream, or like a letter in the mail, okay? But in this story that's gonna be like revealed to you, for some of you, it could be like a love story. It could be a love story. For some of you, it could be a love story about like someone who had feelings for you, but it was kind of like the reason. You're gonna find out the reason why a love was never meant to be in your mind. So in your mind, it could have been like, oh, it was just never meant to be. But you're gonna find out why said love story never came to be. In your mind, you're thinking it was never meant to be, but you're gonna find out why it never came to be. So it was supposed to be, but it never came to be, and you're gonna find out why. Now, this could be a love story for some of you. This could be a story of like finances, a story about money, story about like gifts or an inheritance, what have you. Whatever the case it is, so on and so forth, etc., right? But you're going to find out why, in your mind, it was never meant to be. But you're going to find out why something never came to be. Let's pull some quads. I like this. I mean, it kind of fell off my pyramid, but I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. It's kind of like, you know how like when you have long nails and you just want to tap everything, right? So we're going to start off with this tarot deck. And then I think I'm going to keep this. All right. I feel like this requires me to roll up my sleeve. You're going to have to get to work. You better work. That's RuPaul. He has a song. Work! Cover girl! Work! The beginning of the song, he opens up and it goes, you better work. So you're going to have to get to work on something. But it's going to be like, because you know how to do it. You have the information, you have the knowledge, you have the wisdom, you have the drive, etc., You're about to get to work. What's the song called? Hold on. I think it's called Vogue. Oh, Supermodel. It's RuPaul Supermodel. Yeah, let me look up the lyrics. Hold on. It's a fun song and a fun music video. I enjoy RuPaul. Very entertaining. You better work. Work it, girl. Do your thing on the wrong way. Work. You better work it, girl. Wet your lips and make love to the camera. Work. Turn to the left. Work. Now turn to the right. Work. Sashay, Shantae. Turn to the left. Now turn to the right. Blah, blah, blah. No, it says, it don't matter what you wear. It doesn't matter what you wear. They're checking out your savoir-faire. And it don't matter what you do because everything looks good on you. Supermodel. Wow. I see your picture everywhere. $1 million derriere. And when you walked into the room, you had everybody's eyes on you. And then she has like a list of names. So these names could be significant, but so it says Linda, work mama, Naomi, she is fierce, Christy, foxy lady, out of sight, Cindy, I can feel it, Claudia, sell the garment, Nikki, work the runway, sweetie. Yeah. So you guys are being put to work, like you're doing whatever it is that you have to do, and the thing is, you look so good doing it. I just saw 11 even. Whatever work that you're doing and what, like, you just look so good doing it. And like people want to be your fans, people want to praise you. I saw 11, 12. People want to be like taking your picture, people notice you. Like when you walk into a room, like people, right? And there's something about you because of where you are within yourself, like where you stand and the work that you've been putting into it and the work that you still plan on doing, because I'm seeing I just read $1 Million Derriere, so it's like there's something about your value, your worth, like it's gone up. That might sound bad, but it's like if you put yourself at a high standard, right, like your value, like it's your worth has gone up. That's, you know, like your time is valuable, you know that your energy is important, you know that your attention is sacred, etc., etc. Like your value has skyrocketed, it's gone up. And so because of that, because of where you are within yourself and how you are now holding yourself and you're like working and doing what you got to do, I just saw 12, 13. Now is the time for you to be told this story. And a lot of it has to do because it's not, the reason why you're being told this now is because it's not going to affect you in such a detrimental way, because you know your value, you know your worth, you know your confidence, etc., etc., so on and so forth. You know all that, right? So now you can hear this very important story that you need to hear about. And it's like you can handle it now, right? Versus before, you were just not in a emotional state, mental state, physical state, financial state, whatever. You just I don't know, it's like they just knew you weren't able to handle this news, this story, right? This information. You just weren't exactly there yet, right? But it's kind of like everybody's seeing, like the universe, angels, ancestors, God. They're like, okay, well, the collective is good now. They can handle it now because they're so solid in their foundation, their bedrock within themselves. So whatever they hear, whatever comes their way, they're going to be good. They're going to be able to handle it appropriately. I gotta go check on her 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Oh, Kipper. I'm gonna start off with Kipper. I just saw mature women when I split the deck, but I think it was reversed, like upside down, but I don't want to like lean on that. I'm not entirely sure, but I know that I saw the dress of the mature woman, because in the Kipper deck she's got like a blue dress. I saw 1414, so I know I'm right. Message reverse. So somebody could not want you to get this message. Somebody could be trying to block this message from being revealed to you, being shown to you, being given to you, right? This story. But it kind of feels like somebody's going to be like, oh my God, let me tell you a story. But you got to really listen, because within that story, there's like hidden messages and innuendos, and like you're going to have moments like, wait, what? Wait, what? Because it's kind of like you want to make sure that what you're hearing is actually what you're hearing. I feel like it's a woman that's going to tell you something. And you know what? I feel like it's a woman who's going to be like a little inebriated. I feel like it's a woman who's been drinking. And so she's going to be a little inebriated, and it's just going to, that's going to be like the liquid courage, and then she's going to tell you something. Because in her mind, like, child came out upright. So something about your child, or something that's being blocked from your child, or something that has been blocked from you since you were a child. Because in the song, it says, little bitty pretty one, been watching you grow. Tell you a story happened long time ago. So something, I just got like goosebumps on like on my thighs. So something could have happened, like now they're all over my arms. Like, I don't know if you can see. I don't know. But it's like this, something happened when you were a child and somebody doesn't want you to know, or didn't want people to know, or want anybody to know. Or somebody could be like trying to prevent a child from getting something, or receiving something, or inheriting something. Or you are this child. Somebody's trying to stop from receiving or inheriting something. I keep hearing receiving and giving and giving and receiving. Who said that? Somebody was trying to make a speech. Oh, it was Joey from Friends, and he had to write a speech, like a wedding speech, because I think Monica and Chandler asked him to be their wedding officiant. And he had to write the speech, and the speech was horrible. But he kept repeating the same things over and over again. That's what made it funny. He was like, in the giving and the receiving, and the receiving and the giving. Right? So it's like, but the way it's coming across is like an equal give and take. Mature man on the fence. So there could be a mature man that, I'm getting a couple things from this. There could be a mature man from your past, like a father figure, uncle, grandpa, whatever, that, oh my gosh, all right, another thing I'm getting. This father figure, uncle, grandfather has been watching over a child. That could be you. Has been watching over you since you were a child, right? And this figure could have been, like, trying to block certain things, like harm from coming your way since you were a child. Alright, so that's one thing that you're about to find out. Another thing you're about to find out is that there is also a mature man that's... I mean, I'm not really getting that one. I'm really getting more of the grandfather, or like the father or uncle type that has been like watching over you since you were a child. That could be the person that's going to tell you something. It could be like in a message, an email, or a dream. They're going to like tell you something about your childhood, or something that happened since you were a child, or something that you were promised since you were a child, right? But the other thing that I was getting was that there's a mature man around, like a father figure, uncle, or a grandfather that has been like blocking you from getting a message or receiving something since you were a child. But I feel like it's like a grandfather. A grandfather, like in spirit, has been protecting and watching over you since you were a child. There's some... And a big part of that is to, like, it could have been to, like, try and protect your innocence, your, I mean, that could be, like, your innocence, or, like, your spark, to make sure that you still maintain loving and hopeful and that childlike wonder, right? Yeah, there's, like, I feel like there's, like, you're really protected by, like, I mean, this looks like a grandpa, right? Or like a very older gentleman. It's kind of like you were kept under an umbrella. Hold on. I'm back. Yeah, so this is kind of giving me like an umbrella. journey. So this message is on its way to you. This story, this information, this news, it's on its way to you, and somebody's trying to block it. Somebody's trying to make sure that you don't get it. Wow. This is going to result in great fortune, or this has to do with some sort of great fortune. This message, this news, this information, this story, it has to do with great fortune, and somebody is trying to block that. They don't want you to know about your great fortune, your inherited great fortune, your willed great fortune, your whatever this is, whatever form this is. It could be love, abundance, happiness, joy, peace, finances, materials. It does, whatever it is, it's great fortune, right? This could even be like freedom, or like just peace, the ability to transform. And I feel like this news is coming to you no matter what. This information is coming, this story, you're going to be told this no matter what. And somebody's really trying to block this with message in reverse. But it's you're going to get it. And one of the biggest reasons why you're getting it is because you yourself have transformed from like a butterfly to a caterpillar, which is like, I feel like that's what, that, like I said in the beginning, that's why you're now able to like receive this and get this and get this and receive this, right? What you got to watch that episode, right? He's talking about the speech, and he's like, with the giving and the receiving and the receiving and the giving and the giving, right? And the love and the receiving. That's so funny. But I feel like you're now able to like handle this, to understand this, to hear this, right? To accept this, to absorb this, because of you transformed, right? So this grandfather figure could see you as like his granddaughter, his child, his daughter that he wants to protect. He was always trying to protect, right? Like when you're a parent, you will always see your kids as like your babies, like, you know. So like it doesn't matter how old my child turns, like I'm always gonna see my child as my baby, because that's my baby, you know. That's my baby. My baby, I pushed my baby out. That's my baby, right? So it's like that, right? So this paternal figure could see you as like his favorite grandchild, his favorite niece, his favorite nephew, his favorite child that he just wants to protect even when he's no longer physically here, right? So, and now you're able to like, you're ready to hear this story. One more, and then I'm gonna close the reading. I mean, not, oh my gosh, not close the reading. Move on. Ooh, that came out as a wealthy man reverse. It came out like that. It came out as a wealthy man reverse, right? So if I pick it up the way it fell out, it would be a wealthy man reverse. But if I flip it like that, it would be a wealthy man upright. A house. Sudden wealth reverse. Ooh. My gosh, sudden wealth upright. Bad health reverse. Yo, somebody is playing games. Somebody is doing some like illusion magic and manipulation magic. Because sudden wealth was reversed and it just fell on my lap, but it turned into sudden wealth. So there could be a man around you. Wow. Okay, I know what's happening. There could be a man. This man is actually a wealthy man in reverse. That's how he came out. But he wants to be a wealthy man upright. It's this man who's trying to block this message to you from getting to you. Now, here's what's funny about this. For some of you, it could be that you have a house, or that you own a house, right? Or that you inherited a house. But this man is like trying to block you from knowing that, or getting that, or inheriting that. Then a lot of it has to do because this wealthy man doesn't have anything. He doesn't have 2 nickels to rub, right? But what he does have is a house that he copped under your name. He has that. And what happens is that you could, if he has it in his name, he could sell it. That's money in his pocket, right? But he doesn't have money, right? But this sudden wealth card, it came out, it was like that. It was in reverse, right? But when it fell in my lap, it was sudden wealth upright. So you are the one with the great fortune. You are the one with the sudden wealth. You are the one with like the blessings and all that stuff. And you know what's so funny? All day, there's the one story where Jacob, right, in the Bible, it's been in my head all day, and I was actually talking about the story to like someone I know. And basically in the story, Jacob, right, he had a brother, Esau, right, and they were like twins, and Jacob stole Esau's birthright, right? The gist of it is this, right? Jacob had a twin brother named Esau, and then Jacob stole Esau's birthright, right? And blah, 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 so he stole it. But he was also, like, a liar, a cheater, a runner, and a thief, and, like, lazy. Like, he didn't want to, like, work it. So, basically, guys, like, if you want this birthright, you're going to have to work for it, like, earn it. Like, show me, like, you did all this to steal it. Basically, like, show me that you can handle it, that you should deserve it, that you know, show me. And Jacob, like, didn't want to. Jacob's like, just give me the blessing. God's like, I'm not going to give you the blessing. This is, like, very, like, it's not word for word, obviously. But then God's like, I'm not going to give you the blessing. And Jacob's like, just give me the blessing, right? Like, and God's like, you got to show me that you earned this, that you can work for this blessing. Like, show me. So basically, Jacob started wrestling with God. And God was like, you know what? You need to settle down. And God, like, touched his hip and broke his hip. And for the rest of his life, Jacob had a limp. So, this man is, like, wrestling with God for a blessing that's not his. Right? Man, that is too funny. So this man could have tried to take something that was yours by birthright. For some of you, it is a house, and this house, I don't know, like, I know there are some houses, right, depending on, like, where it is, like, if it's, like, a house in, like, an historical district, or, like, if it has history to it, or if it's around, like, a certain part of land, or, like, around a very fruitful piece of land, or whatever the case it is. I just saw 27.7, right? You can sell that piece of property, that land, that house for quite a good amount of money, especially if what you need in that moment is a good amount of money, right? So it's just fraud on top of fraud on top of fraud, on top of thievery, on top of lies, on top of cheating, right? So you could be, somebody could be telling you something about this, and this man doesn't want you to know. For some of you, it's kind of like your dad has done this or is doing this to you. Your father is the one that's trying to take a birthright from you. And in spirit, your grandfather is about to let you know some shit what's going down. Your grandfather is like, that's crazy. So it's like a grandfather is protecting his granddaughter from the daughter's father. So this could be the grandfather's own son. That's how you're his granddaughter. Or this is like your dad and you're the grandchild from like the mom's side. So this could be like your mom's dad in spirit protecting you. And this is your father. Well, whoever's father this father is flesh and blood still. So they're alive, right? And whoever's grandfather this grandfather is in spirit. Okay, so they're not flesh and blood. But the father is flesh and blood. And for a lot of you, the daughter is a girl. Could be a boy, but it's a girl. Right? A sweet little angelic baby girl. Oh my gosh. So that's that, alright? So for some of you, yeah, it's like your dad is trying to steal a house from you to sell it because he needs money and all he cares about is money and he could want only money. I'm getting like Leo. Like a Leo fire sign father figure. I don't know why I'm getting these cards. Oh, this, because I was, I picked up like on the love thing earlier in the beginning of the video. And the bottom of the card says, I can't let you go. Okay, we're not talking about that right now, alright? That's funny. You're gonna have to wait, alright? Love story. All I've been, insane in the membrane. I've been hearing that song. What is the lyrics of that song? So the song is called Insane in the Membrane. Oh, Insane in the Brain by Cypress Hill. This is just a mess. This song is a mess. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense because like the chorus, it just says insane in the brain, insane in the vein, insane in the membrane. I feel like whoever this person is, this father figure, they're just not right in the head. I feel like it has to do with like their priorities are not right. They don't know how to like... Here's the thing too. If you are a grown adult, hopefully, watching this, above 18, preferably in their mid-20s, right? If you are an adult, this father figure of yours, right? This father of yours, they're like still acting or like operating very messy. And this person could be like 50s, 60s, 70s, but still running around the streets and being unstable and couch hopping or being messy as if they were like in their late teens, early 20s, which would be acceptable because you ain't got your shit together, right? But it's crazy because this father figure, like, they're like 50s, 60s, 70s, they don't have money, they're unstable. And I'm getting that this grandfather does not like this father figure. This father figure that's in flesh and blood. This grandfather does not like this father. So this could be like your father, your stepfather. But it's kind of like the way this grandfather looks at this father, it's just like this father figure is like a waste of time. It's just very messy. Like, what are you doing? Right? All your kids are grown up, or like all your kids are like adults, and you still running around town acting like you just graduated high school. You have no responsibilities, right? It's weird. So this is the kind of person that this wealthy man is, right? I gotta check on her. I'm back. The card that came out says they believe their own lies. So this wealthy man be lying and believes their own lies. It's like a pathological liar. The thing is, too, it's like they lie and they believe their own lies. Well, they lie, they know they're lying, they believe their own lies, and because they believe their own lies, you would believe their own lies. It's because of how much it's like they say these things with such like conviction. So it's this person also just be lying. They be lying. Why you lying? This is a liar. It's so funny because I was thinking Leo the lion, and I was getting Leo. This could be a Leo that be lying. Man. All they do is lie. There's like, I don't know how else to say that this person be lying. They believe their own lies. All they do is lie. Lie. Leo the lion. They be lying. This person, I feel like that's their own lies. Like, their own lies don't even have stability to them. It's like they be lying and you can just touch that lie because you just know, like, why would you lie about that? If it's not a house, it's property, it's land. It's like you own land and you don't even know about it. Or you own property and you don't even know about it. Which is so crazy because somebody was telling me today earlier about property. But the way they were talking about it, like the other person that I was talking to about the story of Jacob, even they said, they're like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Like this person, they just don't make sense. And it's crazy too because if they did something fraudulent to get this land, property, or house to then like flip it or to like sell it, right? Like they're so dumb that they don't even know that what they did was illegal. I don't really usually call people that. I don't really say that because that's really mean. But it's like, how illiterate and unintelligent and slow do you have to be to not know that the things that you're doing is illegal, that you're breaking the law? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even know that that's illegal? I secretly hate you. So this person could have secretly this is like a father figure or a wealthy man who secretly hated their own child, or like they just don't really care about their children, or like they secretly hated their children, or like you specifically, the child. It's insane, man. So I really do believe that the reason why this is coming up now, the reason why you're being told this story, this message, this news, this information, whatever now, is because the way you're able to handle this information and connect the dots, it's just, you're able to like really accept it, right? And really understand it for what it is, right? Maybe before you would have been in such a denial that even though it's in your face, you would have been like, no, impossible, couldn't be them, impossible. Whereas now you're like, it's possible, right? You could see it happening. It's not impossible. It'd be crap if it was your story, but if it is, then you know, you'll just have to deal with it. And by dealing with that, I mean like just knowing it and understanding it. That's it, right? You don't really have to be active in anything. Like, you don't have to actively do anything. You just have to know it and then like understand it and accept it for what it is. That's it. That's all you got to do. Physically, legally, you don't have to do anything. Broken bonds. This is a person you could have realized that it was no point in creating or keeping a bond with this person, right? Like, you just realize it was just like, it doesn't mean anything. This relationship, this bond is pointless. It doesn't mean anything, right? But you know what's interesting too? This wealthy man, right? Quotations, because I just saw 4004. They're not really a wealthy man. I feel like they could have come into your life at one point, or they're going to try to come into your life to establish a bond, to create a bond, but it's just because of what's at stake on their end, right? This property, this land, this house, right? Because in their mind, they're seeing money signs that they can use, like they can sell the house. My ear has been ringing like all day. My left ear, like a very high-pitched sound. They could use this house, they could sell this house, they could rent the house, they can lease the house, they could do whatever. There's a lot of financial opportunities for this land, this property, this house, for this father figure, right? 444 I just saw. And when I started the reading, it was 4:44 p.m. And I did see 333 yesterday. Okay? And today. One intuition. Yeah, you already know what this is, the people that's involved, the story. 41-1 I saw. Like 411. That's information. You know the information. You know what's going on. You ever call 411 and you'll get like, hello operator, how can I help you? Yeah, and I like to know where's the nearest Domino's from where I live. It's information. 411, hello, that's information. And then we got 101 intuition. You already know this. This is why, and this is another reason why you're being told this now. Because of your intuition is so on point and you're so tapped in, it's not even surprising that this is a thing, right? It's not. 111 intuition. Trust your gut and listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. Na, 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 na. Listen to your heart. Yeah. There's this very key piece of information that I'm replaying in my mind, and I know it's like a pivotal piece of information, but if I say it, it's not really going to make sense. Or it would be a dead giveaway. But it's just so, you know what I mean? It's very, I'm amused. Alright, let me see. I'll get like 2 more of these and then I'll jump into tarot. So. Mommy issues and then Z, sleeping. I feel like this is like represents sleeping. Right? But we could have somebody with the letter Z, first, last, middle, initial, number, word, or place who has mommy issues that is around you. I did get a name. But, so, somebody with the letter Z could have mommy issues, right? But a lot of you, there's something about you in your sleep, or you sleeping at night, or you're going to get this message when you're sleeping. I also feel like somebody wanted... There's that high-pitched ringing in my ear again. I also feel like somebody wanted you to be asleep, like not be awake, not be tapped in, not be in the know, it's gone, not like be aware of like what was at stake or what belonged to you or what was for you or what was taken from you or whatever the case is. It's like somebody didn't want you to know about your birthright. Thank you. Because I was trying to get it out and immediately it just said, hello, Jacob is out, right? So somebody didn't want you to know about your birthright. And the best way for you to not know about your birthright is if you would be asleep, unawakened, right? Just like another unawakened person in society, right? And a lot of that had to do by keeping you like deeply rooted in like certain mother wounds, right? Because it says mommy issues. For some of you, it could be father wounds, right? But it's like if you were so focused and so stuck, 44, if you were so focused and so stuck in these wounds, these traumas, these pains, these griefs, these sufferings, that's all you would be focused on, that's all you would operate, that's all you would stay in, that's all you'd be stuck in, and you wouldn't be aware of any of this, right? But again, and that's another reason why you aren't going to be told any of this, right? Because you weren't in a place emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially even, to handle this, because you're too busy focused on these mother wounds, right, or father wounds, like these issues, these traumas. You're so focused on that like this is just, I don't know, but you transformed, right? Because there's butterflies. No, those are flowers. Those are not butterflies. Either way, you bloomed, right? You bloomed, you transformed, and so now that's why it's like now you overcome. So it could have been your transformation, your blooming could have been you surpassing your mother wounds, your mother issues, your mommy issues, right? I wrote mommy issues, like, but your mama wounds, right? The pain that you never received, or the loving, or like the neglect that you always faced, right? You could have had a selfish mom, a neglectful mom, a mom who gossiped or talked about you, your issues, a mom who was never supportive, a mother who was never there, no structure, no motivation, no supportiveness, no go team, child of mine, none of that, right? And on top of that, you just had a bunch of other stuff, whatever. But so a lot of you healed from your mother wounds. Congratulations. You healed from your mother wounds. That was your transformation. So now all of this is coming to light, right? A bigger issue. I mean, it's not really like a big issue, but it was kind of like, if you stayed stuck in this, you would never be awakened to this. All right? All right, now we can move on. I think I'm done with these chords. And now I can move on to tarot. That is so good. It's blueberry tea. Listen to your heart. Alright, let me see what time. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. I'm saying it like that because it just sounds funny. And also because I don't know the other lyrics to the song. And I don't want to hum it because it's not as fun. Listen to your heart. Okay, I'm hearing step right up, don't be shy. So you're being like, you're stepping up to the plate, you're doing what you gotta do, you're getting to work. So that could have been you just stepped up to the plate, you got to work, you did what you had to do. Step right up, don't be shy. Who says that? That's Beetlejuice. He says that in the first Beetlejuice movie when they're like, when everything is going chaotic from like the little dinner. And then he's like, got the circus outfit on. He's like, step right up, don't be shy. But he just does that to get them out of the way. I also had a dream last night that I was like in a room full of people, right? And there was like a main speaker or like a main person, whatever, and she was like talking. And she was asking the entire room for like an idea or like how they should go about a certain situation. And like I remember I know exactly what it was too. It was about artwork. And I gave her like my idea, my spiel, whatever. And I was like, but that's just my idea. And it was so funny because the entire room, everybody started applauding and clapping. And they're like, yeah, that was a great idea. Oh my gosh, yeah, oh my. And I was just like, what? But the entire room, they were like applauding and clapping and applauding and clapping for me. And it was just the funniest thing ever. Alright. I'm like, you guys didn't think about that before? But, you know. Alright. Let me get a couple more cards. I'm hearing penny for your thoughts. No. It's not good to always wait. People be like, I'm an open book. I'll tell you anything and everything. I mean, I don't know if it's just me personally or like the Scorpio in me, but we don't believe in being an open book. It's just not. So, you can keep your pennies. 7 of Wands reverse. Queen of Cups reverse. So for a lot of you, this Queen of Cups reverse is the originator of the mommy issues, the mother wounds. She's obviously the culprit of the mother wounds for you. Like, she gave you these mother wounds. She's in the background. She's, I don't know, who knows? Just let her be. just let her be to her misery, because she's in the reverse, right? So just let her be. Let her wallow, right? Just let her wallow. We got the 7 of Wands reverse. So I feel like I'm getting 2 things. Somebody wants you to put your guard down to them. It could be this father figure. Like, they want you to, like, I don't know. I'm hearing like butter. Like, they want you to, like, I'm getting really lightheaded, dizzy. They want you to, like, it's so weird. I'm telling you, this person, they operate, they're like 50, 60, 70, but they operate like in their, like they just graduated high school, like very stupid. It's like, this is a grown man trying to, like, convince their child of something, thinking that they're, like, they can, like, use, like, their velvety butter magic voice to convince you or to, like, put your guard down. That's not gonna work. Like, you're a grown-ass, old-ass man. Why are you still playing games? Go relax. Right? Go rub your knees. Go watch a movie. You know? Take a nap. Come on. You're too old. Too old and too messy to be doing all of this. Like, relax. Knight of Cups reverse. Knight of Pentacles reverse. So, you have a mother figure that can secretly hate you as well with the Knight of Pentacles reverse. Right? Like, so, for some of you, your biological mother and your biological father, they secretly disliked you to the core. And I know for some of you, you could already know that. For some of you, that might be hard to hear. And for others of you, you're just like, what? Right? If you grew up with loving parents in a warm, fuzzy, cozy home, obviously this is not for you. Right? But those of you who, you know, you feel like this is hitting some sort of like, oh my God, then it probably is for you. But I feel like for a lot of you, it could have been your mom who had, like, weird, like, animosity towards you, which caused them to secretly hate you. For some of you, your mom could have lied to her man, saying that you were his child, and, like, in his mind, like, he just knew that wasn't real or that wasn't right or something was off about that. So it's kind of like your mom's lie is like what sparked this fire. And now for a lot of you, it's kind of like your mom secretly hated you because the man that she was with, who she said that was the father of you, could have left her, being in the Knight of Pentacles reverse, took back his love, and she's like, love me, and he's like, I don't want to love you, blah, blah, blah. Could have played games with her, could have left her to be financially struggling, blah, blah, blah. And she needed to hate someone, that someone was you, right? So I feel like this wealthy man could have, like, lied to a mom, saying he's got this, he's got that, blah, 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 but it really wasn't, he doesn't have anything. I feel like it's like somebody's putting their hurt, or they put their hurt, they trigger their wounds onto their child, their female child. And that's, you could have been wondering why your mom didn't like you, why your mom neglected you, why your mom wasn't there, why your mom, right? So you have mother wounds, or you had mother wounds, right? My ear is ringing again, but it's low. So it's a fucking cycle, man. It's a string. So this man lied to this woman, leaving this woman financially destitute, playing games with her, leaving her unprotected, having to defend herself, with children, right? With a child or with children. Leaving her, like, not giving her love and all that good stuff, blah, blah. So leaving her bitter, resentful, and hateful towards her child or her children, specifically the girl child, right? And so she couldn't be the mother that she maybe wanted to be, or could have been, or that you wanted to be, because that's the Queen of Cups in reverse. The Queen of Cups in reverse is a mother who is not a good mom, very neglectful, very emotionally unstable. You can't be a mom in a Queen of Cups reverse because you're too focused on yourself. You're not focused on being a mom, right? So what does that do to the child? That leaves the child feeling, having these mother wounds, right? Because the mother is not being the mother to the child. The mother is seeing the child as like an enemy. And the child is growing up with these mother wounds, right? So you healed from your mother wounds. Your mom or your dad never healed from whatever trauma, hurt, pain, whatever. Because they're still coming across as a Queen of Cups in reverse around you in your energy. All right? So we got that out of the way. Five of Pentacles reverse. That's you, right? You obviously came out of the cold from something. It could have been these issues, these hurts, these traumas. You took yourself out of the cold by healing and giving yourself warmth and love and filling yourself up. That's the easiest, quickest, best way. I mean, not quickest, right? I mean, it's not easy either. It's hard. But that's a for sure way of making sure that you get yourself out of the cold. You can't get yourself out of the cold if you're still suffering and dealing with these issues and traumas and wounds, etc., etc. You're feeling left out in the cold. You're feeling neglected. You're feeling this. You're feeling that, right? You want to not feel that way. You want to get yourself out of the cold. Give yourself love. Heal yourself. Wrap your arms around yourself, right? Give yourself some love. Patience, kind, compassion, right? Heal, right? So I feel like for a lot of you, your dad lied to your mom and your mom took it out on you. I thought I heard a car crash outside. I don't think it is a car crash, but it sounded like it. Alright, so it's like your mom could also have blamed you for her financial instability with the Nine of Pentacles reverse, right? It's like a financially dependent woman, can't make it on her own, can't do anything on her own, doesn't know, like, always searching for love, always being rejected, can't even protect herself, can't even defend herself. It's crazy. I'm also getting that for some of you, if your wealthy father figure is coming back around and your mother knows about it or mother knew about it, she can't even defend and protect herself. She's not going to defend and protect you. Like, she can know why this father figure is coming back around or came back around. She's weak. A Queen of Cups in reverse, she can't stand on her own. She doesn't even love herself, right? With the Knight of Cups reverse, like, so if she knew about this, she did nothing about it. Or she's going to do nothing about it. Now my cards are getting stuck. Ten of Wands reverse. Eight of Pentacles reverse. I feel like this mother figure, in her mind, it's like she doesn't want to. It's just easier for her not to get involved, or easier for her not to be a mother, or easy for her not to, like, this is very lazy. Like, she's just very lazy. It's like being lazy is just, it's just less stressful for her, right? Being lazy, unproductive, like, just not caring. For some of you, you could be going through this right now. Like, this is your mom right now, right? For others of you, this was your mom, and I'm saying was because you healed from this. So it's kind of like, it can't be an is. If you healed, you moved on, you don't care. It's a was. It's not a factor in your life at the moment. It's just, you're past that. You've transformed. You've grown. You've healed. But I feel like this Queen of Cups in reverse is around your energy, and it's just easy for them to, like, just, they can't. It's like they live a forever life of being a damsel in distress because it's just easy for them, like, way. It's just easy, right? They're not financially independent. Empress reverse came out. Queen of Swords on the, oh my gosh. Oh boy, all these cards are coming out. We got the Devil upright, the Queen of Swords upright, and the Empress in reverse. This is definitely like a karmic mom. It's easy for her to be a damsel in distress, not having to defend, not having to work, not having to fight for herself, not having to, like, pour into anything, right? Not really giving her all. It's just easier that way, right? She just, I feel like she could just thoroughly enjoy being a damsel in distress. Now, with the Devil upright and the Queen of Swords upright, let me cover that, right? Because they're naked. I feel like you are being seen all across the board, except from this grandfather in spirit who's been, like, protecting you and watching you, is now telling you these things because you're not ready to know. But you have a wealthy man around you and a Empress in reverse, a mother figure, could be your mother figure. They see you. You are definitely in this Devil Queen of Swords energy, right? But I'll tell you why. They're seeing you as very selfish, diabolical, mean, cold, distant, whatever, whatever. Because you are choosing to be smart enough to know that you can invest and focus on yourself. The Devil upright also talks about being selfish, right? But in certain situations, in certain circumstances, obviously it's not good. But in this situation, you're smart enough to know that you don't have to do anything about this. You don't have to pour energy. You don't have to pour money, attention. You don't have to do anything with that. Like, you don't have to. You're smart enough to know, and you're intuitive to know, and you're aware enough to know, and you're sane enough to know that what's yours will be yours, right? And here's the thing about Jacob and Esau. It's kind of giving me, like, this person, for some of you, it could be like a sibling. But it's like, this person, they just don't want to work for the blessing. They just want the blessing. They don't want to work for it. Right? But, like, you're seen as selfish because you healed, you've gone through the hurdles, stepped right up, right? You stepped up to the place, you got to work, right? You did what you had to do. And now that you're just focused on yourself and you're not paying attention to any of this, because the Queen of Cups is looking away from the board, right? She's coming across like that. She's looking away from the board. She's not paying attention to any of this. She's aware. She knows. Right? She sees it, but she's not paying attention to anything. And I feel like these people could be seeing this Queen of Swords, like you, as someone who's selfish just because you're not indulging, you're not fighting, you're not hooting and hollering, right? And it's also kind of like they think something is wrong with you too, because it's like, you know the secrets, you know the stories, you know the information, you know all of that, you know their secrets, but you're just like minding your own business, right? You're just busy standing in your truth. And look at, there's a face in that cloud, right? And above this child is a mature man. You're definitely being watched over, definitely being protected. That's crazy. Yeah, I feel like people, especially this mother figure, she could really feel like you're selfish, you're mean, you're cold, right? She could also be trying to, like, tell people that something is not right with you, or something is this, or something. just because like you'd rather, like, you're smart enough to not want to deal with this mess. This is a mess. You don't want to. Why would you? You're smart enough to know these are liars. These are miserable people. These are damsel in distress by choice. These are thieves. These are... Why? It just doesn't make sense. But you're seen as, like, the evil one because you don't want to be around people like this. I'm going to get one more and I'm going to close it. Four of Swords. Yeah, you've healed from all of this. You're choosing to rest. You're not choosing to be involved in this. You're choosing your peace over all of this. And that's why you're being seen as, like, selfish or demonic or devilish or whatever. Because you're choosing your peace above this mess. Alright? It's crazy, too, because, like, you know the betrayals, but you're just like, okay. And it's like, we betrayed you and you're still not being mean and yelling. And you're like, no, because God said I don't have to do anything. God is telling me this, but that doesn't mean, like, God just told me this. God is not telling me, okay, now do something about it. No. God is just showing me what I need to know. That's it. God is literally saying, okay, now rest. Keep resting. Keep doing this. Keep doing that. God isn't saying, okay, I told you this, now go fight him. Like, go square up. No. Because you don't have to. God's going to take care of this. Right? And God is already doing that by telling you what you need to know. Alright, this is Soraya. I hope it helps. Bye.